Hi, I'm Brittany Mifsud.
And I'm John Morris with your look at community and campus news.
In the spirit of Halloween, we start off with some blood and guts from Toronto's 11th annual Zombie Walk. The increasing popularity of the march has given ample opportunity for medical and health causes to spread their messages and ideas. Brendan Zwombag takes a look.
Many people fear a zombie apocalypse, but Toronto's annual Zombie Walk is helping to save lives. For the second straight year, organizers are teaming up with the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Andrew Lotto is a manager with the foundation and explains their involvement.
We're also here partnered with Toronto EMS, and it's a big strategic partnership in order to put defibrillators on the ground, raise awareness of sudden cardiac arrest, and make sure that more people know the skills to save a life.
While they try to save lives, a group out of Aurelia is providing survival training with the zombie apocalypse theme. Peter Lane is an organizer of the group that teaches techniques such as blending in.
Well, we're not actually zombies here. We have all survived because we're trainers, obviously. So we're just doing some reconnaissance work here at the Zombie Walk. It's been fun.
Stefania Zanini sits on the Walk's board of directors and explains why the fun is so infectious.
It is a completely all-inclusive, free event for families and friends, and it's a way to celebrate Halloween that is not asking for candy or drinking.
Zanini says that the event has grown from 3,000 participants when she joined 5 years ago. This is the 11th year for the Toronto Zombie Walk. It keeps getting bigger year after year. This year they expect over 10,000 people to slowly make their way through the streets of Toronto. For SpokeTV, I'm Brendan Zwombag.
The topic of head contact and fighting in hockey is at an all-time high. Minor, junior, and professional leagues are talking about longer suspensions, but are players noticing the change? SpokeTV's Rob Hoff caught up with a couple junior hockey players and has the story.
Safety has become a large concern for players and coaching staff in minor and professional leagues throughout North America. A study conducted in 2011 showed that from 1997 to 2004, there had been 559 concussions reported during the NHL regular season. Assistant captain for the Paris Mounties, Graham Kitching, explains how he has seen his league crack down on players for hits to the head.
4 years ago when I first started playing junior, if you hit to the head, it was just a 2-minute and a 5-minute and then you were back in. Whereas now it's 10 minutes and most of the time you're gone. And fighting was just 5 minutes and then you're back.
Due to the fact that more and more head injuries have been related to fights, hockey leagues have enforced a new rule. Any player who removes their helmet prior to fighting will receive an extra 2-minute penalty for instigating. Justin Auger of the Guelph Storm in the OHL shares his thoughts on the new rule.
So far, I haven't seen much of a change. I know the biggest thing that they're doing is implementing longer suspensions for head hits, and I think that's what might bring it down. They've really been enforcing it a lot lately, and I know there's been a lot more suspensions in the OHL and NHL, longer suspensions for hits that maybe 5 years ago wouldn't have been such a big deal.
Only time will tell whether or not this new rule has a positive effect on hockey players. For SpokeTV, I'm Rob Hoff.
An increasing number of people are turning towards a vegan lifestyle these days, both for environmental and health reasons. The University of Guelph held an animal rights conference to educate about the benefits of this diet and its impact on the globe. Amari Nicolau was at the conference and caught up with a dietitian to see if veganism is a healthy choice.
A conference about animal rights brought people from all over Ontario to the University of Guelph, people who are concerned about animal cruelty, environment degradation, and other social issues. Speaker Patricia Jones explains how exploitation of animals is connected to the degradation of the environment.
Animal agriculture is responsible for more greenhouse gas production than any other industry, including transportation. Animal agriculture is also the #1 source of water pollution and uses more water than all other human activities combined.
Speakers also discussed how a meat-based diet is responsible for more than 1 billion people around the globe still going hungry.
People are debating about animal rights, and being a vegan is one of the main points. But there is one concern. Can people get their nutrients and vitamins from it?
According to the vegan food educator Kristen Lepine, people can get all they need from a plant-based diet.
Because you can get it even from fruits, you get it from lots of leafy greens, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds.
Naturopathic doctor Sarah Selig says that all people need for a healthy vegan diet is plant for it.
If you're taking out meat, dairy, eggs from your diet, to replace it with, legumes, lentils, healthy sources of protein.
For SpokeTV, I'm Mari Nicolau.
You probably wouldn't think you could walk dogs as a full-time job, but one Conestoga graduate proves that you can. I caught up with a local dog walker in Kitchener who is using her marketing skills to manage her business. According to a study by CBC, a record number of Canadians are opening their own businesses. Recent Conestoga College graduate Heidi Bechtold's idea was so successful that she launched a pet sitting company that earned her an award and supports her today.
So I enrolled in the marketing program so that I could learn more about how to sell myself and how to be a successful business person, because I really didn't know anything about business.
After talking to her second-year marketing teacher about opening a business, Bechtold entered an entrepreneurial program and won a business pitch competition. She is still working with the dogs full-time today.
Normally I take between 4 and 7 dogs. It depends on the day. Some days are busier. Usually takes about half an hour, 45 minutes to go from house to house, put them all in the car, go to a trail, set them free, and we walk for an hour, and I just tire them out.
At the Center for Entrepreneurship, you can find Julie Gibson working at the front desk. She knows all about the program and what it can do for the students.
It's giving them the resources, so setting them up with various community resources and resources within the college itself.
With the contacts Bechtold has made at the Center for Entrepreneurship and running her own business, she doesn't even need to advertise for her own company. All of her work comes through word of mouth. For SpokeTV, I'm John Morris.
BlackBerry has finally launched its BlackBerry Messenger, or BBM, for iPhones and Androids. But what does this mean for the company? With over 10 million downloads in the first 24 hours, BlackBerry has reached a new record. Some downloaders were even put on a wait list to get the app, likely to prevent server errors. Only time will tell how much the popularity of the app will help with the company's $195 million debt, especially with competition like WhatsApp and WeChat, which are apps with almost 300 million monthly users.
Sticking with social media, has the increase in use of apps like Facebook and Twitter made online dating more popular and acceptable for people? Is this the best solution for those who are looking for love? Kristen Van Eck gets the scoop.
Lavalife, eHarmony, and Plenty of Fish are just a few of the online dating sites available to internet users looking for love. Online dating has been growing in popularity, but many people are still skeptical that it's not the best way to find a perfect match. These thoughts are evident in the findings of a study conducted by Pew Research Center south of the border.
According to this study, 1 in every 10 adult internet users have tried online dating. 46% of those say the main reason they use the sites is to find a long-term relationship, whereas a quarter say that they're looking for something not as serious.
With some hesitance still attached to online dating, there are other options out there. Matchmaker Linda Miller, who has been pairing up couples for over 17 years, explains why her clients choose matchmaking over the vast world of online dating.
There's just so much choice that people are overwhelmed, or they spend hours and hours every night on the internet and really don't end up with anything substantial to show for it.
Although many online dating users have positive opinions of the process, many have had negative personal experiences. After trying multiple online dating sites, internet user Mike Whitty seems overwhelmed by the entire process.
I think it's so out there and it's so easy to do a free profile that, I'm going to try this out and see how many hits I get.
Social media also plays a huge role in romantic relationships, with sites like Facebook being an outlet to announce new relationships or recent breakups.
Along with the various dating sites available, social networking sites offer even more options in the world of dating and relationships. For SpokeTV, I'm Kristen Van Eck.
Back on campus, students are still dealing with trouble in the parking lots. Even after paying a hefty fee for a parking pass, many students are still being ticketed. Richard Keast heard both sides of the story.
Some students at Conestoga College are finding themselves dealing with parking woes.
I switched my parking pass's spot. I decided to hang it on a different spot of my mirror. It fell off, and then I got a parking ticket that stated that my parking pass was face down on my seat, and it was just terrible.
Students at Conestoga College have been surprised by parking tickets they've been receiving, considering they pay $462 for an annual parking pass. Each pass is assigned a color and a numbered lot that needs to be followed. The different lots at the school leave some students feeling frustrated and confused, because if they happen to park in the wrong spot, they are hit with a ticket. But Security Supervisor Barb Eichholz explains the need for a colored lot system.
We like to keep control over our lots and make sure that people have access to the lots that they need. So we've split everything into 3 different lots. There's the orange, blue, and green. It also helps keep traffic off the main road, and it makes it safer for our students and employees.
The parking pass lots aren't the only issues students are having with parking this year. The cost for day-only parking has been increased to $12 from last year's $10. On top of that, the new machine for getting a day pass does not accept the new toonies. Check online for parking information to make sure you don't get hit with a parking ticket this year. For SpokeTV, I'm Richard Keast.
Boxers tend to have a positive outlook and often learn more from a loss than a win. Laura Rossi caught up with some boxers at a local match called Oktoberfest.
The tension builds, the bell sounds, the fight is on. Boxing by Sid presents Oktoberfest fights at the KW Hotel and Conference Center this past Sunday, October 27th. Sid Vanderpool, owner of Boxing by Sid Athletic Center, explains that it's not just about winning, but about learning.
You know, you can always learn something from your losses. The way I see it is sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you learn. So, you know what, look at your fight, your recap, you see where you could have improved, and you work on those things in the gym. So that's what they'll do.
Local boxer Roy Choa learned this lesson firsthand and did not let his loss discourage him from continuing. Now it's time to get back, hit the gym, and prepare for the next fight. For SpokeTV, I'm Laura Rossi.
Males around the world are getting ready to grow their mo in support of men's health issues. The fundraiser has been expanding every year, with the funds going to prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and mental health. Molly Mercier talks to a cancer survivor and a Movember participant to get their views.
The first cancer that I had was when I was 39, and I was diagnosed with testicular cancer.
Throughout the month of November, men grow a mustache in support of prostate and testicular cancer as well as mental health.
Second time I was 53 and diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Cancer survivor Ken Collins, who has had both testicular and prostate cancer, talked about some of the things he has experienced with the disease.
Yeah, it's been stressful because they kind of come out of the blue. You're not anticipating it, and in both cases, for me, I knew very little about both diseases. So they kind of take the feet out from underneath you pretty quick.
The mustache is meant to be a reminder of the importance to get regular cancer screenings and educating yourself, which some people tend to forget. Student at the University of Guelph and regular Movember participant Darren Benson share why he grows his mo.
Well, I've participated in Movember for the last couple of years, and before it was kind of just because everyone else did it. But then one of my close friends, their dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So last year we actually had an actual group on the Movember website, and we ended up raising about, I think it was close to $600 in the end, that actually gave us a cause for growing the mustache, and it meant a little bit more than just growing it to grow.
Movember was originally created only in support of prostate cancer, but in 2012, mental health was added to the docket. Also new this year is the testicular cancer aspect. With SpokeTV, I'm Molly Mercier.
That's what you need to know. For SpokeTV, I'm Brittany Mifsud.
And I'm John Morris.